So good evening all and welcome to Defortune's Academy. So for today we'll be having vectors. And this topic is actually a very creative topic that will always come out in your exams. So under vectors, there's something I want you to know. Vector is divided into 3 dimensions. We have the 2 dimensions. We have the 2-dimensional vector. And we have the what? The 3-dimensional vector. Now, when we're talking about 2-dimensional vectors, we're talking about something like this. Now, your vector will be given in this form. You have I, J, and what? K. Can also be given in A, B, and what? C. So when I'm talking about 2-dimensional vectors, for example, I have 2I plus 3J. This becomes a 2-dimensional vector. That's just 1 and 2. But in the case of 3-dimensional vector, you have something like minus I plus 3J plus 4K. This becomes a what? A 3-dimensional vector. So this is the first part I need you to know. The dimensional or the dimension of what? Vectors. It can be 2, it can be 3. All right. Up next, let's do something called modulus of a vector. That's one. Modulus of a vector. Now, modulus can also be known as what? Magnitude of a vector. Can also be known as the what? The magnitude of a vector. So, when you're doing a modulus of a particular vector, whether it's a 2D vector or a what? A 3D vector. And when I mean a 2D, that is 2-dimensional. 3D, 3-dimensional. This is the formula. Given that, now this is the sign for modulus. Modulus is, if I'm finding, okay, take down. There are 3 ways or 4 ways a dimension can be written. The first way is in arrow form. A dimension can be written in arrow form. We have this. This is the first way. The second way, it can be written in this form. That is the vector of what? Vector form of what? A. Thirdly, it can be written in bold letters. Your vector, this one is mostly common in your textbooks, in bold letters. Now the fourth one, it can be written in caret. We call this one caret. Caret. Now when we are solving something called unit vector, we are going to discuss on this more. So this one is called caret. Now, this is the way vectors can be written. So if I'm talking about vector A, I'll simply do this as vector A. But now if I'm finding the modulus of this vector A, it has this formula. That means modulus is denoted by the bar of that particular vector. Know that. So if I was given vector B, position vector, can still call this vector B, you can call it position vector. If I'm to find the modulus of this vector, I'll just simply do this. That becomes the sign of what? Modulus. So from here, let's say we're given this to be 3I plus 4J minus 3K. This is actually a 3D dimension. And we are asked to find, it said find the what? Dimension of what? A. What will I do here? Now, for you to find modulus or magnitude of a particular vector, just pick the coefficient of the vectors, square it, and square root it. Alright, what I mean, if I have 2A plus B, and I'm asked, what is the coefficient of A here? The coefficient of A here becomes what? 2. If I'm asked, what is the coefficient of B here? The coefficient of B here becomes what? 1. So what is the meaning of coefficient? Coefficient is actually the number or the alphabet in front of a particular unknown I'm looking for. You should know that. So, the coefficient, I'll pick the coefficient of my vectors. And the coefficient of I here becomes what? 3. So, I'll pick it. Remember, I'm looking for the modulus, so I'd use this. I'll pick it. Root them, as I said. 3. Square root it. Next up, plus. I'm not just writing plus. Plus should work with the formula, but obey the sign of the number you're bringing out. So I have 4 square. In this case, I have plus brackets because the next thing I'm bringing is minus 3. So I have minus 3 square. Done. I pick the coefficients of my vectors. Next up, I still repeat this. I'll have what? 3 square becomes what? 9. Plus 4 square becomes what? 16. Plus minus 3 square will not be minus 9. Okay, let's say I'm given minus a square. This means minus a times minus a. In this case, minus times minus will give me what? Plus. The law of indices says when I have the same number here or the same base, I should pick one. So that idea gives you that if somebody is giving you minus 9 square, you can interpret this as minus 9 times minus 9. Minus times minus will give you plus. 9 times 9 will give you what? 81. That means the multiplication of two negative numbers gives you what? A positive number. Get that? So from here, minus 3 square will give me what? 9. And I have that the modulus of this vector becomes 9 plus 16. I can still have my roots. 9 plus 9 will give me 18. 18 plus 16 will give me what? 34. Let's check that. 18 plus 16. This plus this will give me what? 14, right? This will give me what? 34. So I have, let me solve this again because most of us are very funny. We have this 16 plus 8 plus 6. Remove 2 from 6 and add to 8 becomes 10. What is left here? 4. Now 8 plus 6 is 14. I carry 1. Now 1 plus 1 is 2 plus 1 is 3. Please, that's how I got my 34. So we have here root 34. Now, the modulus of this particular vector, the magnitude of this particular vector becomes root 34. In a case where I did not have my calculator, I can leave my answer like this. I can leave my answer like this. Now, let's solve one more complex question under this, playing with signs. And number 2 is saying, if we have minus I minus 2j minus 3k, or let me make here plus k, plus 3k. Now we are asked, they said find, let's say this is vector b is equals to, and they are saying find the modulus of what? B. Solution, I have that the modulus of b should be equals to what? Root of what? The coefficient of I here is what? Minus 1 all square. Plus bracket, the coefficient of j is minus 2 all square. That simply means there's a formula like this. There's a formula like this. If I have only minus I minus 2j plus 3k, I can simply say that this can be root ax square plus bx or by square plus bz square. What am I trying to tell you? That plus is like a constant sign, but does not affect you when you're bringing these ones. Because I know most of us will ask that question. Yeah, the whole coefficient here is minus 1 square plus, but the coefficient of j is minus 2. That's why I'm bringing minus 2 here. So I'll still bring another plus. The coefficient of this guy is what? I can still write it. So you not say why I did not write for plus. So from here, I have that the modulus of b is equals to root minus 1 square will give me what? 1 plus minus 2 square will give me 4. I told you why it is 4. If I have minus 2 square means minus 2 times what? Minus 2. Minus 2 times minus 2 give me what? Plus 4. Minus times minus is what? Plus 4. So I have 4 here plus 3 square already is what? 9. And I have that the modulus or magnitude of b is equals to root 1 plus 4 give me what? 5. 5 plus 9 give me 14. There is no root of 14. 14 is not a perfect square. So I want to solve this further. I'll just simply, my answer should start from 3 point something. But since I don't have the exact answer, I'll just stop here. This becomes my modulus. But I want to ask a question. In a case where you have something like this, root 4 minus 9 plus 5. What is your answer? Post it on the comment section. I want to see it. ASAP. Post it. I'm waiting for you. What is your answer? Okay, first 10. 1, 2, 3. Post it. Okay. Now, the answer for this, if you know you had minus 3 plus 5 or minus 5 plus 5 giving you 0, you're very, very wrong. You're very, very wrong. In this case, don't subtract first before you add. There's a law called Bodmer's law. This law is a law of science. You're supposed to add first before you subtract. So if you have something like this, you don't work on 9 plus 5. Wrong. You work on minus 9 plus 5. Because every number is possessing a sign. So you carry here, and I have minus 9 plus 5. It's going to give me what? Minus 4. So I have 4 minus 4, giving you what? 0. This is correct, this is wrong. It's giving you the same answer but different working. In your second semester, what you need is working, not answer. They don't mark answer, they mark working. So this is what you should do. So from here, this becomes my answer in this case. So in a case where you have complex signs or more than 2 signs in the root, please obey law of Bodmer's. That's how to solve modulus. Let's go to the next thing, which is what? Unit of vector. Before we move to addition and subtraction. Unit vector. Now let's go to the next thing. Next thing is what? Unit vector. Now from the word unit vector, a unit vector should be a vector whereby the result is 1. A unit vector is a vector whereby the result of the vector should be 1. So let's say, now unit vector is denoted by caret. By using caret. That's this sign. So if I'm being given a position vector of, let's say, minus I plus 3k minus 5j. And they said find, they will not write find unit vector, they just write something like this. You should know what it means. So it means you should find the unit vector. So find this, you have solution. Unit vector is equals to, unit vector has a formula that only that formula can result you to 1. Anything apart from that formula can never result you to 1. Now the formula of unit vector is that unit vector is equals to position vector all over modulus of that position vector. Please take that formula down. Unit vector is equal, a unit vector is equals to the position vector all over the modulus of the vector. So if I apply that here, bringing back the formula, I have that the position vector all over what? Modulus of the position vector. So let's substitute. Already this is the position vector, right? So anywhere I see the position vector, I'll just replace it with this. So I have that unit vector is equals to minus I plus 3k minus 5j all over. That means I need to go and solve the modulus of this guy and bring it here. Now you're doing CBT, especially those from your first semester, you're doing CBT. You need to solve with speed. So I will not even start bringing this and start solving like this. No, wrong. It's already here. I'll just have minus 1 square plus this guy. 3 square minus 5 what square. Which plus will be here? I know that already it will be root. Okay, let's just root it for the sake of people. So this will give me what? 1 plus 9 plus what? 25. Please, if you have not gotten the video of when I was teaching sword, please go back there. This is a sword. Is this a sword? Drop your answer in the comment section. Is this a sword? This is never a sword, please. This is not a sword. This is a perfect square. So your answer here will give you what? 8. So this is not a sword. A sword is an irrational number. This can fall under a sword. This can fall under a sword. So please, if you don't understand sword, I'll drop a link of swords in this one video. So make sure you go and watch that video and know what sword is. So from here we have that 1 plus 9 will give us 10. 10 plus 25 will give us what? 35. So that means the modulus of this particular vector is 35. So I have that this is equals to what? Root 35. Now there's a law. There's a law in sword or in indices. Let me use indices. That says that if I have A plus B all over C, is the same thing as what? A all over C plus what? B all over C. I apply that law here. That means practically each of these numerating variables carries the what? The denominator. So I have unit vector is equals to what? Minus I all over, or let me shift numbers. I have minus 1 all over root 35, or what? I. See the same thing. Plus number and root. I have number and denominator. I have 3 all over root 35. All what? K. Minus 5 all over root 35. Or what? J. This becomes our answer. But previously I said something that your answer should be 1. So why are we not seeing 1 here? It's wrong. Now we'll prove that this is 1 by doing something. For us to have 1 as our answer there, we are going to find the modulus of the unit vector. We are going to find the modulus of the unit vector. This is practically 1. A math student, this is 1. All these things is 1. But let's prove it. So, if you want to prove this, for you to prove that that is correct, find the modulus of the unit vector. That means I have something like this of the unit vector. So I'll pick everything there. Inside the root, I'll have minus 1 all over root 35 all square. I am dropping the vectors. I'll not pick them. Plus 3 all over root 35 all square. Plus bracket what? Minus 5 all over root 35 all square. Alright, so from here I have that caret of A, or the unit vector of A, is equals to root minus 1 square will give us what? 1 all over root of 35 square will give us what? 35. How? I said something that root A times A is the same thing as A. Why? Because A times A is what? A square. And when I have square, this square has a tendency to cancel root, because root itself is equals to what? Half. So it's like me saying half times 2. 2 cancel 2. 1 is left. So A is equals to what? 1. That's how to get it. So from here, I have that root 35 square is also what? 35. Plus 3 square is what? 9. All over root 35 square is what? 35. Plus minus 5 square is what? 25. All over root 35 square is still what? 35. And in your primary, there's something they taught you. They said when all denominators are the same, pick 1 as your LCM. So all denominators are the same, I pick 1 as my what? LCM. So my LCM becomes what? 35. Now, when I pick 1 as my LCM, I will now add everything directly. But what if here was 35, here was 8? Please don't go and pick 1 as your LCM. Find the LCM of the three of them. So yeah, I'll add 1 plus 9 is 10, plus 25 will give me what? 35. And if I do this, I'll have, if you punch this in your calculator directly to give you 1, you can say 35 goes into 35 is what? 1. Root 1 is the same thing as what? 1. It proves that this is 1. That's how to solve unit vector. So they will now ask you to prove. What they'll ask you is to find the unit vector. So as soon as you reach here, as soon as the difficult thing in this is for you to find your modulus. As soon as you reach here, just split your modulus. Split them. Split them and this becomes your answer. If you're sure of everything, surely to give you 1. Alright, let's wrap up. Let's go to addition. Addition of vectors. But addition and subtraction of what? Vectors. Surely, they'll ask you this one in your exams. Addition and subtraction. So, let's say they give us a vector, vector A as what? 2k plus 4j. And they gave us the next one as, let's say, 2k plus 4j minus 3i. And they said, find vector A plus vector B. Please, this is how it to be written. Now, in this case, especially in your second semester, after doing solution, there's something they call respectively in your working. If they said A plus B, please, in your solution, bring A first before B. If they said B plus A, in your solution, bring B first before A. The question is A plus B. So, what I'll simply do is, what is my vector A here? Is what? 2k plus what? 4j. Bracket. I put them in bracket because they are variables. I can't add it. If someone is giving you a plus b and you go and say 2ab, you're very, very wrong. You can't add this. So this becomes a variable. So that means there's an invisible number in front of this. You put it in brackets. If I have 2a plus b, this becomes a variable. I have invisible 1 in front of it. So I'm going to put it in brackets. Since I can't add these two, I'm going to put them in brackets. 2k plus 4j minus what? 3i. Now, in this case, there's a number before the bracket here you can't see. There's also a number before the bracket here you can't see. So for this one, there's an invisible 1 here. For this one, there's an invisible 1 here. I'll use that one to open bracket. 1 times 2k will give me what? 2k. Plus 1 times 4j will give me what? 4j. That is why some tutors will say just open the bracket here. It's still the same thing. That means your left hand side is not always touched, but your right hand side will always be touched. So always be careful. So this question, I'll solve both plus and what? Minus at once. Alright, so from here, I'll have plus 1 times 2, give me what? Plus 2k. Plus 1 times plus 4j, give me what? Plus 4j. It's why I'm doing it like this, so that when we are doing minus, you see that that's why I'm doing it like that. Now, from plus 1 times minus 3, I'll give me what? Minus 3i. And I'll do what we call regrouping. Please, not collecting of like terms. You only collect like terms when a number is crossing an equality sign. So in this case, you call it regrouping. So if I regroup here, I'll pick all the k one side. Why am I not starting with I? Or why am I not starting with j? Look at the basis of your question. You're starting with k before j. So don't go and do your own I before j. A lecturer might have a reason to reduce your mark. Follow the series. So from here, I'll pick all the k first. This is 2k. What is this 2k carrying? Plus. Carry it with a sign. So I have plus. I'm done with k's. There's no other k there. I move to the next one, which is what? J. The first j here is j. Look for the other j. It's carrying what? 4 plus j. Then we have the last one, which is what? Minus 3 what? I. I'm going to teach us a short method after this. Very, very short method that you use for your CBT. So we have here 2k plus 2k will give us what? 4k. Here we have 4j plus 4j will give us what? 8j. Minus nothing for I to multiply with, so you have minus 3i. This becomes your answer. So therefore, vector A plus vector B equals to what? 4k plus 8j minus 3i. Now, how can I get this very short? Please write this down. How can I get this very short? I'll just clean this. Now, I'll use simultaneous. Very simple. From here. What am I doing? I'm adding. I write plus here. Simultaneous, your CBT. Just arrange it in your book. 2 plus 2 here is what? 4. Bring my 4k. Plus 4 plus 4. That is plus 4 plus 4 will give me what? 8j. There is nothing for this guy to multiply with. I'll just bring down its sign, giving you the same thing here. So you can see that you can use this for your CBT. Very, very short. Use this for your second semester. They want to see your full working. This, I've arrived my answer. Same thing. Let's do minus. Let's do minus. Let's do minus. Please make sure you subscribe and hit the notification button. Next video I'll be doing will be under trigonometry. That's math. That should be tomorrow. You know what trigonometry is. So try and turn on your notification button so that you can get it. I've even cleaned the question. So if I have this equals to 2k plus what? 4j. And b was equals to 2k plus 4j minus 3i. That was the question. Now they said find a minus b. I bring my a first. Solution. A is what? 2k plus 4j bracket. I will ask you why this guy is in bracket. Drop it in the comment section now. I want to see it. Why is this guy in bracket? Now, for those in education, I teach you to be able to teach others. Education, a student will come up to you and say, sir, why are you putting this in bracket? You should be able to know why. Minus, I put minus. We are doing minus. So I have another bracket. 2k plus 4j minus 3i. From here, you already know that this guy will not be touched. But you should know why the guy is not touched, because invisible one is here. So I have 2k plus 4j. This guy, this is why I told you, put them in bracket. 1 is here. Minus 1 times 2k will give us what? Minus 2k. Minus 1 plus 4j will give us what? Minus 4j. Minus 1 minus 3i will give us what? Plus 3i. And from here, I have this and this will give me what? This and this will give me 2k minus 2k. I am regrouping now. Will give me minus, okay, this is done for k. So 4j minus 4j. 4j minus 4j. Now I have nothing to do with I just have plus I. So from here, if I work this out, this and this will give me what? 0. That's 2 minus 2, 0. Plus this and this will still give me what? 0. Plus what? Only 3i. So practically here, vector of A minus what? Vector B will give me what? 3i. That's my answer. That becomes your answer. That is how to solve subtraction and addition of vectors. I'm even making my own more hard. So you can see this is a 2D and this is a 3D. So if they are giving you 3 and 3D, it's very simple. Just enlarge it. The same thing. If they are giving you 2 and 2, the same thing. This one is a one that is a little bit rare to give you 2 and 3. So if you can solve this one, you can solve 3. Let's touch multiplication. Multiplication of vector is actually divided into 2. It's something we call the dot product. Something we call the dot product and the what? The cross product. I'm going to do you a benefit of teaching you, especially those going for CBT, how to get it very, very short without wasting your time. Now, when you're talking about dot product, they are giving you something like this. Let's say vector A and vector B, they'll give you something like this. When they say cross product, they'll give you something like this. Now, I don't want to beat around the bush. I'll just give you straight way to get them. Now, when you're doing dot product, please, you know that every shortcut is risky, but follow up. When you're doing dot product, know that your I dot I equals to your j dot j equals to your k dot k is 1. Hold that in your head. That simply means if you have I dot j is what? 0. Anything different in dot product is 0. If I have j dot k is what? 0. The only thing that has 1 is when the vectors are the same in dot product. In cross product, it takes the inverse. So now in cross product, I dot I equals to j dot j equals to k dot k is what? 0. That simply means in cross product, every different thing is what? 1. If I have I dot j is 1. If I have j dot k is what? 1. Just have this format in your head. It will help you. Have this format in your head. There's a method though I'll teach you that should be under cross product. Teach you how to use metrics and get your answer. But let's do this one first. Let's say we are given a dot product rule. Let's say we are given a dot product question. Let me still use this to solve dot product. Let's say I'm having here minus 5k. If we can do dot product today, maybe by tomorrow we'll do cross product and a part of distance, finding distance on that vector. That is resultant vector. How to find resultant vector using your sine rule and your cos rule. So please, I repeat, hit your notification button. You get why? All right, so let's move on. Finding the dot product of this. I have, let's say they said, find vector A dot vector B. So yeah, I'll have, okay, I've already done it there. So I'll pick this guy, bracket 2k plus 4j minus 5k. Then I have dot 2k plus 4j minus 3I. Now, this expansion method, there's no sign here. So I cannot come and say open brackets. No. Here I'm going to expand. It's like me not putting anything here. So you're going to expand. So from here, I'll remember short method. This is the secret. In dot product, all these your values will go. All these your vectors, all these dimensions will go. But in cross product, they will stay. That's why when you're doing metrics, you see they'll give you something like this, I, j, and k. If they can put plus here, minus here, plus here, then put variables. These things will stay in cross product. While in dot product, these things will go. Now, how will they go? Look up. Remember, I'll teach you the short method and the long one. But I advise you to learn the long one. Now, there's a formula that says that. There's a formula that says that AXBX plus AYBY plus AZBZ. What is this thing telling you? It's telling you just pick the ones that are the same. Shortcut. Okay, let's do the long cut first. Let's do the long cut first. So if I expand this, I'll have 2 times 2. 2.2 bracket k times k. K times k. Next one, I'm still using this 2. I'm not done with it. Plus 2 times 4. 2.4. K times j. K times j. Next one, 2. I have plus 2 times 2 dot minus 3. Need to be careful. Then you have k dot what? I. Plus, I'm done with 2 now. I'll be able to use 2 and open all these brackets. So I'll go to 4. I have 4.2. Then I have j dot k. J dot k. Go to the next one, plus 4 times 4. 4.4 bracket j dot j. J dot j. It's actually a very long method. 4 times minus 3 plus 4 dot minus 3, and I have j dot what? I. I'm done with 4. I go to the next one, plus minus 3 dot 2. Then I have k dot k. Next one I have plus minus 3 dot 4 bracket k dot k. Next one I have plus minus 3 dot minus 3 minus 5 dot minus 3 bracket k dot I. All right. So from here, using the law I told you, we are done. Using the law I told you here, that means anywhere I see any different thing in dot product, it means 0. I'll just count them. So from here, if I even start solving, this is gone. And you know that if this is gone, this guy too is gone. Because if this is 0, any value you have here, you have 8. 8 times 0 is 0. So that means practically everything here is gone. Everything here is gone. Everything here is gone. This will stay. This will go. This will stay. This will go. And this will go. So what do you think will be left? Everything that are the same. So I have here, this time this will give me 4. K times K is what? 1. Plus, this guy has gone, this guy has gone, this guy has gone, this guy has stayed. So I have what? 16 bracket what? 1. This guy has gone, this guy has stayed. So I have plus, this will give me minus 10. So here will be minus 10 bracket 1. This guy has gone and this guy has gone. Now, you see, it's giving you 3 terms that I gave you. I plus, AX BX plus AY BY plus AZ BZ. It's giving you 3 terms out of all the terms you have. 3 terms out of all the terms you have. So from here I have 4 times 1 is 4 plus 16 plus what? Minus 10 times 1 will give you minus 10. Here, if I add this, it will give me 20. 20 minus 10 will give you what? 10. This becomes your answer for this. This is actually a very, very long cut. Now, let's do the shortcut here. the shortcut for your CBT. Just, you have already seen that there is no need of me always writing the different ones for your dot product. There's no need. So from here, just keep the ones that are the same. So I'll start with, I can even solve it directly times 2, give me what, 4. I have 4. If I do care times care, I'll have 1. I will not do this one times this one, no need. I'll not do this one times this one, no need. I'll go to this one. I'll not do this one times this one. I'll do this one times this one. So I have plus what? 16 bracket 1. That is 4 times 4. Giving you 16. This times this is 1. I'm done with 4J. I cannot do it with this one. I'll go to this one. I cannot do it with this one. I cannot do it with this one, but I can only do it with this guy. So I have minus 5 times 2. Give me what? Minus 10 bracket 1. From here, I'll have what? 4 times 1 is what? 4. Plus, this time this is 16. This will give you minus 10. And this will still give you what? 10. Which step will you prepare? Before you start doing this, somebody has solved 2 questions. You have 30 questions to answer in 25 minutes. Or you have, yes, you have 30 questions to answer in 25 minutes. So imagine you writing all these things. In a case, they'll even give you 3 vectors. Then they say, find the dot product of the 3 of them at the same time. Just look at the ones that are the same and have your answer. So, this is how to solve what? Dot product. Very simple format on how to solve dot product. Cross product is actually the juxtaposing form of this. But I'll drop that video tomorrow. I'll drop that video tomorrow. I want you to diagnose this. Sit them down and try to solve. I'm going to drop an assignment for the end of the video. I'm going to drop an assignment before the end of this video. But please, I repeat, if you have not subscribed, please try and subscribe to this particular channel here. So you can be getting, I'll be doing both chemistry, maths, and physics. You'll be able to finish dimensioning under physics. So this is vectors under physics again. So tomorrow I'll be dropping trigonometry under maths. Please don't miss that class. Don't miss it for anything. This is how to solve dot product. So in a case whereby they gave us a vector, and we are asked to find the angle in the vector. Now I hope you know that in this case, when an angle is perpendicular, when 2 vectors are perpendicular to each other, it is equals to 0. Know these things though. When they are parallel, it's equals to 1. All these things in your brain. Hold them. Hold them. This one they will not teach you. You just need to know it. And they'll set it in exams. So in a case whereby they gave us this particular vector and they are saying find the angle in a vector. Please, for dot product, this is your formula. You have this. If they gave you like this now, they have this is equals to modulus of A, modulus of B. For dot product, cos theta. For cross product, you have vector of A cross vector of B equals to modulus of A, modulus of B sine theta. So you use this for cross product, use this for dot product. Please. So in this case, if I want to solve this, I'll use cos theta. Now for me to find the angle in this particular vector, what will I do? They said, find the dot product of the 2 vectors, which I've done to get this. Now, they said, when you finish getting that, find the modulus of the vector. So, for me to find this, I'm looking for this. So, let me just bring back the question. I have dot, this is equals to cos theta. They said, find theta, not even cos theta. They said, find the angle. What will I do here? Let's say I did not solve this guy. I would have said, go and solve this first, the dot product of the 2 terms. But I've already solved it, the dot product will give us what? 10. So I'll just replace there with what? 10 equals to, the modulus of A will be what? Speed, without your calculator, without any matter. The modulus of this guy, let's just do it. If I have this guy, this will give me 4. You should know how I got 4, this square. Plus 16. And here will give me what? Plus 25. So if I add all this is 20 plus this 45. That will be what? Root 45. So I'll come here, I'll have root 45 bracket, open another bracket. Modulus of this guy will give me 4 plus 16 plus 9. This is 20 plus 9, 29. Gives me what? Root 29. So I have root 29. Cos what? Theta. Please, if you don't know I got this, just skip the video to the back. You will see I got modulus. How I get modulus. Start from the top. So from here, multiply this using your calculator. What will be the answer? Let's have. Multiply root 45. You can still convert this to a decimal, actually. You can convert this to a decimal. I think your answer should range from 6 point something. Yes, 6 point something. But just times this to give us what? Yeah, cast. 45 times root 29 is going to give me 10 is equals to 36.124. Let me take 2 decimal place or 3 decimal place. So from here, or let's take 2. Cos what? Theta. And for me to find cos theta here, what will I do? I'll divide both sides by what? 36.12, 36.12. This cancel this. Cos theta is equals to 10 all over 36.12. And if you punch your calculator, 10 divided by 36.12, I'll have that cos theta is equals to 0.2768. Now, we are asked to find for cos theta. Please, in this case, I will advise every student not to approximate. Carry the number raw, like that. If it's possible, you can write all the numbers in the calculator, write it. After you have done that, check your option first for you to know if they are approximated or they did not. Because some of you see A in your, let's say this, so let's say they say find cos theta. And from here, you found cos theta. And in your option, you saw something like 8. Now check your answer. Your own is 27. There's no answer. This is actually your answer. Maybe you see B. You see B 0.286. You say it's not your answer. It's not your answer. C is this is the only thing that's looking alike. They are approximated. So in a case where you're doing CBT, please check your options for you to know whether to approximate or not. But if you're doing your theory, then you can play with your answer. Your lecturer knows what you're doing. So from here, let me solve it like babies. I'll divide both sides by what? Cos. Divide both sides by what? Cos. I have this cancel this. Theta is equals to. This is a variable. Cannot be solved again. That means there's an invisible one here. I said it before. So if I expose that, if I write out that invisible one, this is what I have. 1 bracket 0.2768 all over what? Cos theta. And I have a number under. I have a variable under. So I will shift it. In a case where they are giving you something like A plus B all over C. I can still solve this to be A all over C plus B. Still the same thing. If I balance this with 1, LCM of this will still give me C, which is returning me back here. So here I will just shift this guy, and it will give me that theta is equals to what? 1 all over cos times what? Or you can use bracket what? 0.2768. And if I want to invert this, I can invert this because me solving it like this. If I times this and this, you still return me back here. So I have not solved anything. I need to invert this guy. And for you to invert this guy, the cos comes up. Theta is equals to, cos comes up, division change to minus, balance with what? 1. That is inverse of cos. So from here, just take inverse of cos. Simple. But the one I want to solve for those that are writing Jan. How you get it? Jan, you don't even need this. Those in second semester. That you'll be writing your full working. And lecturer want to see it too. Wants to see it. So from here, you have that cos, inverse of cos, bracket what? 0.2768. And punch your calculator. Let's get that. Inverse of cos. For those that don't know, shift cos, 0.2768. And it will give us theta is equals to what? 73.930. All right, 73.9306. Let's take 4 too. So from here, you cannot have an angle like this. So just approximate. But when you are approximating, please show the sign. So from here, I have that theta is equals to what? 74 degrees. That means the angle of that particular vector we're solving is 74 degrees. Please.